Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to continue from this point here of the Virginia vest. So this is the part where the upper body is finished and we're going to start working in the round for the lower part of the body. So this is what your vest should look like now. Yeah, and let's get started. So this is where I am now. I've just finished the last row here on the upper body. So what you need now is to decide which version of the vest you would like to make. I'm going to show you both versions here. So version A is where we go in the round and just finish. And then version B is where we work vertically instead. So it looks like ribbing all on the lower body. Okay, let's start with version A. So what you're gonna do is look at the pattern and see how many chains you're going to make. And then make those. Okay, like that. Then we're going to fold the vest in half so that we have the front and the back lined up, and we're going to attach this to the back. So what we're basically doing now is making the chains that will go under the armhole. So yeah, I'm going to just slip stitch to the first stitch here, which is right there. This is right where we started. Like that. Okay, and now we're gonna start by chaining one, and at this point you could actually do any type of stitch you wanted that works in the round, and that has just a multiple of one, so you don't need a specific number of stitches to do it, but I'm gonna continue with the same stitch that we worked the upper body in. So I'm going to make one single crochet and then start with the single crochet decreases, just like the upper body. And I'm gonna do this until I get to the other side here. Okay, and I will meet you there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is chain the same number as I did for the other side here. And then I'm going to find the first stitch here on the opposite side. So this is the front. And I'm going to slip stitch. No, I'm not going to slip stitch, sorry. And I'm going to just do the single crochet decreases right away. Like that. Into each stitch. And then you can see that the vest is now connected. So I'm just going to show you here. Like this. It is, yeah. It's starting to look like a vest. So what you're going to do now is just continue working in the round. So go all the way around for as many rows as you want to get the length of the vest that you want, but remember that you're going to add a ribbing later on that can be, well, the length that you want as well. Yeah, once you make it back here where we started with the single crochet decreases, you can slip stitch to the first one and then chain one and then start a new round. Okay, great. So now I'm gonna show you the other version. Okay, so what we want to do first is find the back piece here. So this is actually the first row we made for the vest, and then find the middle stitch or somewhere close to the middle, and then grab our new yarn, or if you're using the same yarn. So I've just put my hook into the stitch here, and I've actually increase the size. So previously I was using this one, which is 3.5 millimeters, and this is 4 millimeters. So yes, we're using a bigger hook now. So grab your yarn and yarn over and pull through, chain 1. And then what we're gonna do is make a round of single crochet that goes all the way around the vest, and it will connect the back piece to the front piece. So I'm just making a single crochet in that same stitch, then going to the next one, making a single crochet, and then I just keep going. I will show you what to do here when we come to the end of this row. So now you want to take a look at the pattern and see how many chains you're going to make, because we're going to make a number of chains and then connect to the front piece here. So look at the pattern and see how many you're going to make for your size. Then grab the other side here and find the very first stitch, this one right here, and make a single crochet. Just like this. And then we're gonna continue along this edge, and then when you get to the end of this row, you're gonna do the same number of chains that you did here and connect with a single crochet to the other side, and eventually you will get back here to where we started, and I will meet you here. Okay, so I have made it all the way around and I have slip stitched to the first single crochet. Now we're gonna start working vertically instead, and these first chains that we make will determine the length of the lower body of the vest. So you can make as many or as few chains as you want, or you can go after what the pattern says. Yeah, so I'm gonna start chaining. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is make 1/2 double crochet into each chain, and I'm gonna start in the second chain from the hook and just make regular 1/2 double crochets, nothing special about these. So yeah, just go once into each chain, and then I will show you what to do when we get to the edge. I've made 1/2 double crochet in each chain. Now I'm gonna attach this row to the edge, and we're gonna do that by making a slip stitch into the next single crochet. So as you can see, this was the single crochet that we worked in previously. So we're gonna go into the next one, slip stitch, just like that, and as you can see, the row is attached. Chain 1 and turn. Now I'm gonna pull up the loop a little so it's bigger. Then I'm going to go into the next single crochet, grab the loop and pull through. Then we're going to make yarn over slip stitches. So chain 1, or yarn over, and then you find the first 1/2 double crochet, and as you can see here, is it visible? Yes, as you can see here, this is the back loop here. We have a top loop and then we have a front loop. We're gonna go into the front loop. So yarn over, go into the front loop and yarn over again, pull back, and then pull through 2 loops. Again, yarn over, go into the front loop, yarn over, pull back, then pull through 2 loops. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way to the end of the row. And for the last stitch, I usually go into 2 loops here, so as not to cause a big hole. Yeah, chain 1 and turn. And yes, so for the first stitch on the row of half double crochets, I usually do a yarn over slip stitch just to keep the bottom edge a little tighter, because I think it looks nice, but this is completely optional, so I'm just going to make a yarn over slip stitch first, like that. Then I'm gonna do half double crochets and I'm gonna do them in the back loop. So we did the yarn over slip stitches in the front loop, we're gonna do this in the back loop here. So just regular half double crochets. Okay, so when you have only one stitch left, it's kind of difficult to see, but it's, yeah, don't forget to do it, otherwise you will get a decrease and that's not what we want. So last stitch, half double crochet, and to attach this row to the edge, I'm going to find the next single crochet. This was the last one we worked in, so I'm going to go into the next slip stitch, chain 1 and turn. Yep. Then remove the loop from the hook, find the next single crochet, grab the loop and pull through, and then start working the yarn over slip stitches in the front loops, like this. And then you're going to repeat these last rows that we made. So every other row is half double crochet, and the other row is yarn over slip stitches, and you're going to do them all the way around. And when you get to these chains here, I'm going to zoom you out again. Yeah, when you get to these chains, it's just it works the same, but you go into a chain instead of a single crochet, and you're gonna do it all the way around till you get back here, and I'm gonna show you how to finish off. Okay, so I have now made it all the way around the bottom part of the vest. So this is what yours should look like, and as you can see, this edge here really wants to curl up, so this is why blocking is very, very important. But first we need to attach this, the two sides to each other, so that it's shut. And I don't know if you can see here, but this is obviously the right side, where you can see the ribbing, and this is the wrong side. So what we're gonna do is put right sides together, and this can be kind of tricky, but like this. Let's have the yarn on the outside, that's usually easier, like this. And now we're going to crochet along this seam here, and we're gonna do it one stitch at a time. And so I'm gonna start in the first one here, and my final row here was a row of half double crochet, and for you it might have been with yarn over slip stitches, but that's fine. It just means that you're out here instead and not in here, but it works the same. So but because I had half double crochet, I'm going to continue with crocheting in this loop here, the front loop. But if you have a row of yarn over slip stitches, you're gonna do them in the back loop. Okay, so this is the first stitch, and I'm gonna find the first stitch here on the other side as well, and this can be a bit tricky, but I think, let's see here, yes, here. Then I'm gonna take my loop here, yeah, and then I'm going to just pull through both and then chain 1. Okay, so now we can continue into the next stitch, find the loop on that side and on the opposite side as well. Yarn over and pull through, and then you can choose here to make slip stitches or single crochets. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do slip stitches. Find the next stitch and slip stitch. Next one, and you continue all the way to the end of the row until the two sides are fully attached. So this is what it should look like when you're done. This is the seam from the wrong side, and this is the seam from the right side. All right, I'm gonna show you just one final thing as well, where you add a little border to the very bottom edge here, and for that I'm gonna use a different color. Okay, so I'm going to grab my other color here that I want to use for the edge. Then I'm going to cut the yarn that I'm working with. And I'm also using a smaller hook now, so this is the hook that I use for the top part of the vest. And this was the yarn I used for the bottom part. So I'm using the smaller yarn again, or hook, sorry. Did I just say yarn for that whole piece? Yeah, I meant hook. Okay, grab your new color and chain one. Just gonna tighten the loop a little. And now we're going to make a round of single crochet along this edge. And you can try to make one single crochet per row of ribbing. So one single crochet for each row of yarn over slip stitches, and one single crochet for each row of half double crochets. So just like this. Zoom in a little so you can see. Like this, and it might be difficult to find the stitches, but just take your time, and eventually you'll find a pattern of where to insert your hook. But one stitch per row here. Then I will meet you when we get back here. So that's the bottom edge done. I just slip stitched to the first single crochet I made, and yeah, the edge is looking already a little better, but I will for sure be blocking this, and you should too. So I'm gonna cut this yarn out and just chain one and pull through it to make a knot. Yeah, okay, so this is what it looks like. Yeah, if you haven't done your ribbing, I have one armhole left, then you should go ahead and finish that, and then move on to the blocking, and then you're done. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope that your vest is turning out amazing. Yes, good luck.